Hey YouTube! So in this video I'm going to be reviewing the Apple AirPods, but I just want to say I just totally forgot to mute my Apple Watch. There we go. I did not get to give blood. I ended up getting hematoma, but it still feels like I gave blood. I imagine it probably hurts more than if I had. Anyway, so let's get into it. Now, I had bought these, I want to say 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I had recorded my unboxing of them, and I lost the video. I know. Sorry. Anyway, I will say that the unboxing experience was easy, nice, lovely, beautiful, you know, everything you expect from Apple. And, you know, spending $172 on a pair of Bluetooth earphones. I absolutely love the AirPods. But that doesn't mean I have no complaints. So let's get my complaints out of the way first before I get into all of the reasons why I love them. And my criticisms in no way should, you know, prevent you from buying Apple AirPods, but they are definitely things to be aware of. Firstly, the case that the AirPods come in is prone to scuffing, scratches, and getting lint or dirt in the case itself. My second complaint, or annoying feature, is that your AirPods show up in Find My iPhone, and it allows you to play a sound from them if you lose them, which sounds great on paper, until you realize that the case needs to be open in order for it to work. In order for it to play a sound. So if the case isn't open, it will show offline. And now my final complaint is the double tap features almost never work, at least for me. And I'll talk about that more later. Okay, so let's get into what I love about the AirPods now. The first thing I have to talk about when reviewing earphones, obviously, is the sound quality. Now, I come from, one moment, where did I put those? The Samsung Level U Pro. See, you can see, well, kind of. Anyway, you get the point. I'm coming from the Samsung Level U Pro. And the Samsung Level U Pro, I love the sound quality of them. And I really love bass. I love a lot of bass. And they have the perfect amount of it. The AirPods, they don't have as much bass as I would like. They have enough, but the sound quality from the AirPods is just incredibly clean, and it's perfectly acceptable. It's like everything is just clear. You have no distortion. The bass is there. It doesn't sound, you know, like it's fake. It's just a really clean and nice experience. Like, how loud does it get? Alright, this is on max. And they get, you know, plenty loud. I'm not going to be like everything Apple Pro and put them in my ear at this volume because I value my hearing. Not saying anything bad about him. I love him. He's great. But I am not going to risk putting those in my ear at that volume. He took one for the team doing that. So, you have no problems with sound quality and volume. I usually keep mine around 50 to 35%. Second thing I absolutely love, the pairing process. Now this is the same with the Apple Watch, and I think most of Apple's newer devices. You just open them up, and it shows them. It comes up. The exact way that you're seeing on my phone right now is the way that it pops up when you're first setting it up. It asks you if you want to connect them. And then, not only that, once you connect them to your phone, all of your iCloud devices, they're already connected. So, really nice. My watch I mean, I actually do put music on my watch. I know. But, yeah. It pairs automatically to my watch. It's really nice. So the pairing is a breeze. But also, after you pair them, normal Bluetooth earphones, you have to turn them on, and then you have to wait for them to connect, and then sometimes they don't, and then you have to go to Bluetooth settings, and then you have to connect them. Not the AirPods. By the time that it takes me to open this case and get the ear... Whew. I need to remember to stop doing that. Anyway, in the time it takes me to take these out of their case and put them in my ear, they're already connected. Yep, there we go. Already connected. So, I absolutely love that because it saves time. Honestly, with my old Bluetooth earphones, the amount of time it took me to pair them to my phone or my computer, it's astounding the amount of time that I save now with AirPods and not having to wait for them to turn on and then go to Bluetooth settings and connect them. Anyway, so, it only takes a few seconds to reconnect, and that's really nice. Another feature that I love is if you get a phone call and you're in a crowded place, you can take one AirPod out, put it in your ear, and the call is automatically routed from your phone or your watch or wherever to your AirPod. You don't even need both of them in your ear in order for that to work. So that is really nice. All right, now possibly my favorite thing about the Apple AirPods is their battery life. It's amazing. The AirPods themselves hold, I've seen when I'm constantly on the phone or on FaceTime or something like that, they last around 5 hours. But if I'm just listening to music, they'll last 8 hours or a little bit more than that. So, battery life with the AirPods themselves is almost as good as with my Samsung Level U Pros. But now this is where it gets even better because the case charges the AirPods. And so if my AirPods are completely dead, 15 minutes in the case, and I'm ready for 5 more hours of use. And the case itself, I believe Apple says, will hold a charge for 24 hours, for the AirPods themselves. So it'll charge them let's go 2.5 times. But it gets even better. Say you forget your charger, even though I don't know how you could possibly forget your phone charger because it's literally the same lightning cable as your iPhone. I don't recommend these if you have an Android phone, by the way, because they work just like regular Bluetooth earphones, and you don't get the use of the W1 chip. But you can use these. You can use one AirPod at a time, so you could potentially double the battery life of your AirPods. So, there's that to look at in case you forget your charger or something. Now, this is kind of a mixed bag, and this is my final thing I'm going to talk about, is the gestures. If you have an iPhone, you can change the gesture settings in the Bluetooth settings shown here. But if you don't have an iPhone, you can't change any of the gesture settings. RIP Android. Which is another reason why I don't suggest if you have an Android phone to get them. The AirPods have 2 gestures, automatic ear detection and double tapping. As I said previously, the double tapping, it doesn't work. It really doesn't. It will work occasionally, but it really doesn't work. They have 3 gestures. You can play or pause music. You can go to the next track, the last track, or you can activate Siri with that.
I'm telling jokes to lots of folks.
I activate Siri a lot on accident. So those are what you can set the double tap features to be, but they don't work very well. But that's also not a deal breaker. I almost never use the double tap features because they don't work. And I have my watch, and everything that I can do with a double tap feature, I can do on my watch. I can play my music, I can pause it, change the volume, which you can't do on your AirPods, and that annoys me a lot. I don't use them anyway. It wouldn't be a deal breaker if they didn't even exist. If they worked very well, I might use them occasionally, but I think it's a lot more, time to reach all the way up, double tap, than just looking at my watch and pressing a button. So I guess this... I'm great. This is annoying, and I'm gonna try to get blood tomorrow. Wish me luck. Anyway, this wraps up my review of the Apple AirPods. I love them. They work extremely well for that, except for that double tap feature. So thank y'all for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.